Good morning, students. So today I am going to discuss about Human Genome Project. So human is related to man, and the genome means total number of chromosomes. Like for example, suppose you take human cell. In human cell there are 46 chromosomes are there. So that is called genome. So the project dealing with all 46 chromosomes which are present in human cell, and to find out how many genes are present in each chromosome, then how the genes they are responsible to regulate the character. So everything, all the information, so that was discovered by this project. And Human Genome Project, so that was a mega project. It started in the year 1990 because the DNA in between two individuals of human being, so that is difference. 99.9% DNA, so that is similar in two individuals, but there is difference in 0.1 percentage between two individuals. Okay, so that was also discovered in the Human Genome Project. Now, why it is called mega project? Because it took 16 years, but that time it was decided that it will take 13 years to complete the project. So the time period, that was also very long, and the cost was also very high. Because how many base pair are there in the human DNA? So that is 3 into 10 to the power 9 base pair. Because the DNA is, that is a long molecule, and it is present inside the nucleus in the form of the compact or the coiled form. And if you find out the number of base pair which is there in the human DNA, so that is enormous. That is 3 into 10 to the power 9. And what is the cost to find out per base pair? That is $3. $3. So if you want to find out all the total bases which are present in the human DNA, then the cost would come around $9 billion. So why the name was given mega project? Because the time period, that was a long time period, and the cost was also very high. And if you want to store the information which can be discovered by this mega project, then there will be requirement of 3,300 books to write down all this information which could be discovered by this project. So many number of books would be required. So that is the reason why, to store all this information, there was a new branch of the biology developed, and the branch is called bioinformatics. Bioinformatics, so that is the branch where the data can be stored in the form of the computerized data. So in the computer, the technology that was developed so that the data can be stored in computer in place of books, because the number of the books are many, and it is not possible to store the information in so many books, and if you want to read, then you have to consult so many books. So the information of the data, so that is stored in the computer, and that branch of the biology that is called bioinformatics. Okay. Now where the goals of Human Genome Project? You get separate question, because generally children they get confused. Goal and the salient feature. You get two questions. Write the salient feature of the Human Genome Project, or what are the goals of Human Genome Project. So you should not be confused in these two questions. So what were the goals? To identify all genes in human DNA. So I told you that there are 46 chromosomes, and all 46 chromosomes, you know that they are present as 23 pairs. So each chromosome, if you take chromosome number 1, then chromosome number 1 they are 2 in number, and these two chromosomes they are homologous. So that means the genes which are present in one chromosome number 1, the same gene, the same position it is present in the second chromosome number 1 also. So that is called homologous pair. So if you find out information about 23 chromosomes, starting from chromosome number 1, 2, 3, 4, like this 21, then the other 21 same homologous chromosome, the data of the information, so that will also be similar. So all the genes which are present in the human DNA, the goal was to discover all the genes. Because you know that we have studied in chapter 5 that genes are responsible to control the character, and we are getting the chromosomes or the genes from our parents. So whatever characters will be there in the parents, the same character can be transferred to progeny. Okay. So to identify all the genes present in the human DNA and what character are controlled by the genes, or what is the position of the gene, in which chromosome number this gene is present, or what is the position of the gene. So all the information they were discovered. To determine the sequence of base pair. Now base pair, all of you know that DNA consists of two strands, and in these two strands in the middle part you can find out the nitrogenous bases, they are paired. So if you extend the whole human DNA, then with the help of this project, all the base pair which are present on the human DNA, so that was also discovered. Then store the information in database. As I told you, to store the information in books, it was not possible. So the information that was stored in the computer, and for that the different technology and the programming, so that was also discovered. Then improve tools for analysis. How to analyze? What are the different techniques? How the DNA can be cut into small fragments, then how the base sequence they can be discovered. So different technology or the technique were discovered so that we can discover what are the bases which are present on human DNA. Then transfer technology to other industry. So what was the importance of Human Genome Project? The information that was obtained by this mega project, the information should be transferred to other industry, to the medical industry, so that if any particular disease, any individual is suffering from any particular disease which is related to chromosome, then the information can be obtained. Like for example, suppose you take diabetes. Diabetes is a disease, and just beside the diabetes there is the gene for blood pressure. So both the diabetes and the blood pressure gene, they are very close to each other. So if you want to get information about diabetes gene, then all the information is there in the database which is stored in the computer. So it can be used in the other industry also for human benefit. If you want to use microorganism in the industry, then also all the information you can get, because not only the Human Genome Project, so that was discovered, but also the DNA of the bacteria, the DNA of the yeast, they were also discovered. Then the last one is to address the ethical, legal and the social issues. There are many issues which are related to the ethics of the society. Like for example, suppose you take the parenthood issue. For example, one child is there in the orphanage and one individual is coming and claiming that the child is his son. Then how to prove? So that is only possible when you analyze the DNA of that particular individual who is claiming the child to be his son. So this is the social issue. So many criminal and the ethical and the social issue, they also can be sorted out with the help of the information we have obtained from Human Genome Project. Human Genome Project, so as I told you, it was a mega project. Initially it was started in the year 1990 by US Department of Energy and the National Institute of Health. Then after some years, Wellcome Trust of UK also became a part of the project. Then many other countries, Japan, France, Germany and China, they also associated with this project, because it was a huge project and the importance was enormous, because the knowledge could be applied in other fields to discover the different type of the disorders in the human being or also in the industry. So to diagnose the disorder that affect human being. If you know everything, all the information is there about human chromosome, then that knowledge and the information can be used to diagnose the disease and to find out the remedy for the disease. Like for example, suppose you take sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia, so that is because of the substitution of one single nitrogenous base, and that is a genetic disorder which can be transferred from parents to progeny. So if it is seen that the disorder is there in the parent and how it cannot be transferred to the progeny, so that remedy can be taken. Okay? Or in the genetics also there are many technology they are used which is known as a biotechnology. So with the help of that also we can cut the defective gene and the normal gene can be inserted. So there is use in the medical field. Then learning the non-human organism. For example, if there is a proper knowledge of the bacteria and the yeast or other useful microorganism, then these organisms they can be used either in the healthcare or in the food industry or in the agriculture, so that the production will be high. So what are methodologies which are used to find out the base pair of DNA sequence? There were two methods used. One is expressed sequence tag and another is sequence annotation. What was this technique, this method? In this method, all genes present on DNA they were discovered. Because in the human chromosome, only 2% of the genes they are responsible to produce protein, and the rest of the genes they are not producing the protein. You know that when protein is produced, then the particular character that is expressed. So only a very small part of the DNA, so that is having genetic information, so that it can be transferred in the form of the protein. But it was a blind approach, and in this approach, all the genes, whether it is a coding gene or it is a non-coding gene, whether it is present one time or it is present many times, so all the genes they were discovered, and the method was called as expressed sequence tag. And the another method was only the genes coding for the protein, so that was to discover. Because all the part of the DNA which are the non-coding area, so there is no requirement to find out, because they are not giving any genetic information, only they are present in DNA. So in this method, as I told you, only 2% of genes which are giving the coded information for the synthesis of the polypeptide, they were discovered. But finally this approach, so that was accepted. Okay. Then the method which was used to find out the base pair in the DNA, that was developed by the scientist Sanger. By 2003, there are 23 pairs of their chromosome. By 2003, 22 chromosomes, all the information, so that was discovered. And one chromosome, that was chromosome number 1, which is having maximum number of the gene, it took 3 years to find out all the information about chromosome number 1. Because in the human chromosome, chromosome number 1 is having maximum gene and Y chromosome is having minimum gene. So what was the method or the technique which was used by Sanger? The DNA, the human DNA, which is a long polymer, so that was broken with the help of the endonuclease into small fragments. Then these small fragments they were incorporated in the vector. BAC stands for bacterial artificial chromosome. Then in the bacterial vector, so that was incorporated, the small fragment of the DNA that was incorporated in the vector. Then the vector was inserted in the E. coli cell. So as you know that the vector is having the ability to multiply itself. So when the vector is multiplied, then multiple copies of that DNA fragment they are also produced. Because if there will be one single copy and suppose it is lost, then problem will be there. So before actually using the technology, the DNA fragments they are made multiple copies with the help of the cloning procedure. Then only these DNA fragments they were used to discover the base pair which is there in the DNA, or how many number of genes are there in the DNA and what gene is responsible for what character. What are salient features of Human Genome Project? Human genome consists of 3164.7 million nucleotide bases. Nucleotide bases, all of you understand, there are 4 different type of bases in the DNA: adenine, guanine, cytosine and the thymine. So the pairing of the base which is taking place, what is the number? So that is 3164.7 million nucleotide bases. Then the average gene, it consists of 3000 bases. So the lowest gene, it is having minimum 3000 bases. And the total bases are, that is 2.4 million bases. Then total number of genes, how many genes are there in the human genome? That is 30,000. 50% of the genes are having unknown function. What is the function of 50% of the DNA? So that is not known. They are not having any function. Then there are many places where you can find the repeated sequence. Repeated sequence means, for example, suppose the base is A, C, G, A, T. Suppose there are these 5 bases. Many places you can find out these 5 bases repeated either 2 times or 10 times or 100 times. So that is called repeated sequence. So in the human DNA, you can find out there are many places where the bases they are repeated many times. The maximum number of the genes, so that is present in chromosome number 1. The number of genes is 2968, and Y chromosome, which is the sex chromosome, it is having least number of genes, so that is 231. Then at 1.4 million bases, you can find out there is change only one single base, single nucleotide polymorphism, single nucleotide polymorphism. Morphisms means morphological feature. Poly means many. So in human DNA, many places you can find out. Now there is only change in only one single base. So that is called the S and P. Sometimes you get 1 mark question in the board exam for this abbreviation. Okay. So these are all the silent feature, and you know that what are the application of the HCG. All the information we have obtained by this project. So that can be used in the industry, either in the medical industry or in the field of the agriculture, or to study about the genetic disorder which can be transferred from parents to progeny, and to solve many ethical and social and criminal issues.